Hello YouTube. Before we start the video today, I want to thank you guys for the 200 subscribers. I really appreciate your guys' support, and for every 100 subscribers, I'm still doing a request, and that's what this video today is going to be. It's going to be a request that someone did for Keating, and that's going to be the showcase for today. So yeah, thanks for that, guys, and then let's just get started with the video. All right, so we're going to talk about the active first. All it really does is summon a clone, which is going to be a chicken wherever you want in the map, and around that chicken in 3 surrounding clusters, it will aggro all those units towards that chicken unless they're not CCable. If you can't CC the unit, it will not get aggroed. It will inflict a slow if you have 5 stacks on that enemy, and that will make it so, like, let's say if a unit can move 4 tiles, instead it will move 2. If it can move 2 tiles, instead it will move 1. And if it's 3, then it will still be 2, I believe. I don't think it'll go lower. It'll round up. So. And then the chain combo, really you want to get the 12. The main thing I want to tell you guys about this is you don't want to shoot for any of these because the percentage goes up a lot more than other characters. So as you can see here, it's 120 and then it goes straight to 140. That's an extra 20%. Then for the 12, it's an extra 15%, 140 to 155. As well as you want to also try to stack up, because each one of these, like the 5 combo gives 1 stack, the 9 combo gives 2 stacks, and the 12 gives 3 stacks. So you want to get this one to get the optimal amount of stacks and get 8 as fast as possible, so your chain combo can do full damage, because that's an extra 40% bonus damage on your chain combo. So that's something you want to do as soon as possible, get it up to 8 stacks so you can start doing max damage on that chain combo right away. So let's talk about the equipment skill now. I do have it at max. Killing enemies with laughter marks inflicts 1 additional stack to all remaining enemies. So if you kill 2 enemies, that will be 2 stacks on all the enemies. Pretty self-explanatory. Each mark increases Thunder Aurorian's normal attack damage. So this is like a small support boost to your team. This is maxed out. And if you click here, it starts off a lot lower at 0.8%, not even 1. And then you could get it to 1.8%. So at 8%, or 8 stacks, I should say, that will be a total of 14.4% damage for every Aurorian's normal attack. And that'll be even better if you have like a diagonal attacking Aurorian, because you'll get more value from it. We will be showing a clip later on how much more damage it does when you have it fully stacked. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're just going to look at the active skill clips first. All right, so for the active, this isn't really the best example, but I'm going to show you two things that are positive about Keating when you use your active. And that's if you're trapped in a corner, you can use the chicken to aggro everything and make more space. And also, if you guys notice here, I'll rewind real quick. There's this guy on this yellow tile. It will move out of the yellow tile, and you'll be able to use the yellow tile, right, for the Thunder team. So those are the 2 things that I find helpful for her active in this situation. And especially in situations like I was telling you guys earlier about survival, like you guys can probably, if I would have put the chicken up here, they would have moved even further away, but I kind of wanted to continue to AoE them down, so I kind of kept them in the vicinity. I ended up making a path out, and now I can use all these yellow tiles later to hopefully, well, actually they cover it, but I'll let you guys see the rest of the clip, at least so you can see how Tessa and Keating work well too. I think that's kind of her best combo, because like Keating can group things up for Tessa, and then Tessa can just AoE everything down. If you guys don't know about Tessa, she's amazing AoE, so there you go. And then we can show the second clip. Okay, so in this clip, I'm going to show you guys a couple things. One being that this big guy right here didn't move when I put the chicken down. If you guys noticed, he was just sitting there, and I put the chicken down, and the four tile dude, even though he was in range, 1, 2, 3, he's 3 tiles away, less than 3 tiles away actually, and he doesn't end up moving, but it creates some space. And then for us to move around and protect the generator, it also moves them away from the generator. So that's why I feel like in stages like this, she's kind of helpful. She can, as I said the last clip, she creates a lot of space. And then she allows you to also group. So like as you can see here, they're all together now. They were a little spread out. There was like 1 guy over here. There was two guys like spread out, and then the 1 big guy back there. So it brings them a lot closer, and I can kind of just like clean them up. And pretty much I'll just let this clip play out so you guys can see. Speed it up a little bit. Pretty much I just grouped them all and did a lot of conversion, and then I was just able to clean them all up pretty easily. Unfortunately, as you guys can see, the stats were pretty low, so I also couldn't get the slows. But in harder stages, this is like floor 50. Harder stages, if you can get 8 stacks, you can, or sorry, 5 stacks is for the slow, 8 stacks is for paralysis if you guys have the 1 copy. But if you guys can get the 5 stacks, then you can slow them and make them not run at the generator as fast, and that's even more helpful against, see, these guys are like speedy, they have double act. So if you guys can actually get 5 stacks on them, that will be very helpful against these guys that have the extra axe, so it will like balance it out. But yeah, that's another use for her. All right, for this clip, we're just going to be looking at the base damage at 5, because I could remember I was telling you guys for the chain combo, 5 and 12 make a big difference, right? Right here, 4,500. That's not that much, right? But then you look here, and this is a 12 chain. There's only 1 stack, so it's doing a tiny extra damage too. But this is a 12 chain, not many stacks, and 9,600. It's a lot more. That's 6,000 more already just because you did 12 instead of 5, guys. So definitely try to build them up before you use your chain on her, because it adds up. It's a lot more damage when you do the 12. And then if we play the clip with the 5 chain combo and 8 stacks, then we can see how much damage it would do with max stacks instead of 0, and that would be 6,000. That's 1,500 more than the original, just the low 5 chain combo damage we did at 4,500. We do just a little bit more at 6,000. So it still makes a difference if you can get max stacks, and that's why you want to rush that by doing your 12 chain combos, because at least you can do that extra damage every single time you do the chain combo after you get it up there. And then lastly, this is going to be the 8 stacks and the 12 combo. I was gonna do 13, but I was like, yeah, let me make sure I don't even give the extra 2.3 multiplier. So this is exactly 12, just so you guys can see the difference, and that's 11,000. So the stacks and the amount of combos you get is it plays a huge part in how much more damage she does. It's not like a lot of damage compared to other DPS, obviously, guys. This is not like a DPS character; it's a support character. But this is how hard her chain combo can hit, and if you do the times 15. With 8 stacks, it's obviously going to hit a little harder, probably like 12,000, 13,000. Not that high, though, really. Not the most impressive numbers we've seen, but just so you guys have an idea of how hard her chain combo can hit with all the stacks, this is like the most you're going to be seeing. Like, because this is equipment 10 versus a water boss. That means I have a lot of thunder counter. She's a 5-star, so she has a double thunder counter, too. This is really not impressive for how much counter she's getting and how many stacks she has. Now for the equipment, we're going to be comparing 1 stack to 8 stacks, since I didn't have a clip where I autoed with 0 stacks. But here we go. We do 3,300 for the first auto attack. That's with the 1 stack. All right, this is the same clip as earlier. Let's check it out real quick. She's about to hit the 12. She has 8 stacks. She's going to hit the 12 combo we did earlier. And we're going to see how much she autos for. 4,200. So about 1,000 more auto attack. Nothing crazy really, guys. And this is max stats. But it does add up. If you hit the boss, like right here, I'm going to hit him 3 times, right? Well, if I didn't do the 12 combo to show you guys that earlier, she would hit 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, an extra 1,000. That's a total of extra 3,000 damage just from auto attacks. So I guess that can add up if you're hitting everywhere, you know? The max amount we can hit this guy would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 1,000. That's 8,000 extra damage. And if you guys have someone that can attack in the corners, that would be an extra 4 more times, making it a 12,000 more damage. So maybe Keating would be specifically better if you guys have a Lightning Aurorian that hits the corners. So for closing remarks, I'm just gonna say that she's a very niche unit. She's fun to use in some levels. So if you want something like that, if you want like a niche fun unit to just use every once in a while, she's good for that. But I don't recommend building her like high priority. Just because of the fact she's not useful in every situation. She has very limited situations she's good at, and she also needs a couple requirements to make her good. If you can't get her laughter mark up, there's no point using her. If you can't CC units, her active skill becomes useless. So there's a lot of requirements that need to be met, making her very, very niche, guys. So that's really on you guys. If you like her and she's funny, you want a niche unit, but I do not recommend building her first for your team by any means, just because she's not going to bring a lot to the table, and you're gonna need to replace her for some fights. She's just gonna, in some fights, she's just not going to be useful. So you do want to build her main team, and if you want her as a niche unit, she's pretty good for what I showed you guys if you want to have fun after that. But that's going to be my recommendations. And if you guys do know any things that I missed on keting, please do share it. Like I always ask, because I'm not a professional, I just like to share all the information that I have with you guys. So if you guys can share with the viewers as well as myself, I would definitely love to know more about keting. She's a very interesting unit. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. And if you guys enjoyed or liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing to support the channel. Have a good day.